We live from Vietnam. Y'all remember Robin Williams? Good morning, Vietnam. Guess that's me now, right? So I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to jump on here, and then we're gonna get into the subject matter. If it matter, we're gonna get into it. Math makes up everything, so I guess it does matter. That it matters. It matters. There's matter, or else you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be holding this glass, so forth. But as soon as y'all get up on here, chime in, right? Chime in. Let me know who you is. Then when enough of y'all get on here, we're gonna start getting jiggy with it and getting some content in, so y'all know what's going on in your environment. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you can get my latest lives. What's up, everybody? Andy's in the house, Paul's in the house, Trinidad, that's what's up. Tish, y'all know I got my specs on, so I hope I ain't pronouncing your names wrong. You know, I appreciate all y'all. Ruben, Andy, Ivana, yeah. Andy's coming from Byron, Georgia. So y'all jumping up in here. I guess y'all up and active this evening. Where you at? My early daytime. So if it's 10 p.m. in your spot, it's 10 a.m. over here, roughly, if you're on Eastern Standard. ATL in the house. Welcome to the land where players play and we roll on beats like every day. Okay. ATL's in the house. Yanni's in the house from Louisiana. Got that there seafood crawdad souffle and etouffee and all them things down there. All that spicy gumboisms and all of that. Give me all that. And a biscuit. Popeye's chicken. All right. Paul. Who else up there? What's that? Batman. Yo, I didn't know Batman was viewing my channel. That's what's up. We need some crime fighters. Just need some in different ethnicities. Like, where's the Spanish crime fighter? Where's the melanated? Not, stereotypical superheroes like Frozone from The Incredibles. That ain't really super. Who else we got? I mean, recently we got Black Panther thing, yeah. But hey, we need some more ethnic. Where the Chinese superheroes? Where the, you know what I'm saying? Where they at? I'm sure they over here on TV, but we ain't seeing them in our spot over there in North America. What's up, Char? Y'all all up in here. Yo, y'all know the thing. I mean, it's technology, so you got to make it work for you. Everybody is punching in. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, right? So we got 53 viewers. We need 53 thumbs ups, assists, and then I can start moving and grooving. Y'all show me some energy, I'm gonna give it right back to you. Y'all low energy, I'm gonna be all monotoned out, yo. So that's never, Major's never that way. But yo, I appreciate y'all jumping on here. That's right, hit the likes, and we're gonna get started. It's enough of y'all here. We're gonna get it did. Let's run them likes up. The last live we had like 50 some viewers, active viewers, and had like 95 thumbs up. That's the kind of backwards 180, 360 stuff I'm talking about. 2,000 thumbs up, 53 viewers, that would be dope. Are y'all hearing me clear before I get started? I'm sure I am, or else y'all be popping off right now going, Major, no audio. So y'all hearing me clear even with the background noise? Everything good? All right, that's what's up. Got a thumbs up from Andy. Y'all, I'm gonna say Andy. Read the last name, but appreciate you. Global Goddess, that's what's up. Char, tell your wife and daughter, Auntie Char, I will tell them. They in another city. because we're getting ready for what's called Tet Holiday over here in Vietnam. That's where all the Vietnamese shut everything down. Everybody go back to their hometown, and for like a week, you just cook food, hang out, share stuff, do stuff, party. You know, not like a family reunion, but kind of sorta. It's kind of like a family reunion on steroids because you travel back to your hometown and stay there for a week, and you know they do all kind of stuff. Vietnamese, very loud people, loud music. It's not. If you're a quiet person, this ain't your spot. This is Soul Train, MTV, VR, VH1. This is all that turned up to the highest decibels possible around here. And you know, you got to go move out in the jungle to get some quiet around here. But anyway, let me get into this content. Why y'all really here? Why y'all interested in what's going on? So, the title there was, what did they put in the air? Right? So, y'all thought with them programs running, I was coming at you from, because you seen my mask on, right? You know, Major will get the best mask they can make. Although this is a 3M, so it's pretty decent. But the reason y'all think I'm doing the live is for another reason. Y'all don't know I'm coming at you from around the corner about to hit you in the chest. That's how I did. That's how I do it. That's how it should be done. So, just so y'all know, over here, wearing a mask is everyday, normal, putting on socks kind of stuff. Ain't got nothing to do with that C-19 junk. Ain't got nothing to do with no other kind of names they put into the common flu bug or variations of the flu or whatever. You know, over here, you ride the motorbikes a lot. It's a lot of pollution. So forget about all that other stuff they talk about on the news. They think telling people it's gonna get you. No, this pollution will get you quicker. So this is normal to wear over here. It's nothing abnormal to have on a mask. Even China, they do the same thing. A lot of countries, you have to wear a mask because when you're in a big city, it's heavily polluted. That'll get you before anything, for reals. So the mask is normal over here. And in a lot of other countries, it's just a normal thing, just not North America. It got to be something wrong, and we put one on. Although the stuff you putting the mask on for, in America, it's still some stuff in the air that'll get you too. A lot of stuff. But we're not really talking about that today. I'm talking about the stuff I'm talking about, y'all. What did they put in the air? So from a metaphysical standpoint, from a higher learning standpoint, what they done put in this stuff they put in the air more deadly than anything y'all thinking about. It's more contagious. It spreads quickly, and it don't only spread quickly, it metastasizes. It incubates and then grows quietly and secretly, and it wraps itself around like some octopus tentacles, suck your brain dry kind of stuff, right? The stuff I'm talking about, and we're gonna get into some more detail. Stuff I'm talking about is, y'all know how they used to say back in the day, put it in the air, put that in the air, boy. That's what's up. That idea in the air, put that energy out there, in other words. So they putting it in the air against us. All of this, because just like when I put the title up, I already knew a few people was gonna be like, yo, what they spraying now? We see that, we see them lines up there. What's in there? Major got some data. Well, if I start spitting that data, it really ain't gonna help too much because y'all already know what's going on. You can research. There's enough people talking about that right now anyway. So they've been doing that cloud seeding for a long time. They call it cloud seeding / some other terminologies I ain't gonna use here because they be done shut my stuff off and whatever and whatnot. And y'all be like, oh, where's Major? So Yeah, they already doing the physical. See, the physical stuff they start doing to us. What's up, C. Marie? That's what's up. Moderator Supreme in the house. Hopefully Miss E will jump in here. But the stuff that they spray physically from the planes y'all see, if you ever look up, if you ever pay attention, if you ain't got enough money to pay attention, that's a travesty. All you can need is two nickels to rub together in your pocket. And you look up, be like, yo, why them lines crossing like that in the sky, right? So that's the physical side of what's going on. But what you really need to know, the spiritual side. See, the physical stuff is like the final blow. They're making, it's a textbook play. I told y'all that. Everything they do already been done before. You're like, so you gotta figure out stuff like, oh, so just in the last 100 years, they started flying airplanes. And then they know how to fly everywhere in the world in that little time span, get their own time, in-time delivery, and do all of this stuff just in the last 100 years or so, 100 years, and they got all this tech. Like, come on, man, you really think they just started doing travel like that just recently as we've been alive? Because they showed you some old movies that looked like everything was all old and horse and carriage and horse and buggy stuff. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. What they put in the air is that thing right there. Those programs. They got us thinking that see, if you old enough, you'll roll with me, but if you're not, you'll learn a little something. Like you know, the old black and white. It's called the Lone Ranger. You got the Caucasian cowboy, and then you got the Tonto, his sidekick, is an Indian. Ain't nobody ever seen brown in none of them movies, ever. The Indians ain't brown. The cowboys who created cowboyism, them was all brown folk, copper colored folk. We created that look, that style, everything. So don't get me started. It ain't about who's better than, but you just gotta be able to put credit where credit is due. And then when you know that's the truth, you give props to whatever is probable. I'm just making up words as I go, but whatever's probable. I'm a high five if you deserve a high five. I'm not gonna high five if you don't. So if you the one who created cell phone technology and you ain't never been recognized, but everybody in the world got one, that's a shame. But people need to know where that originated. So you'd be so surprised how many people look like me invented all the stuff you all are using right now, because of economic situations. People sold the rights to it. Some people sold this, sold that. They did well, they're good, but then they unsung heroes now. Got to go dig in there and find who created this, who created that. You go looking around for who had the highest quality cars back in the day in the early 1900s. Was at the Patterson Car Company. I think they was up there in Chicago area. So Melanie, this wasn't even that kind of video. I'm just kind of giving some context to the content, I guess. I'm rambling, doing my thing. Patterson Car Company. It's a melanated cat. His dad had a horse and buggy business, making buggies. He saw the future coming. Like some of us ain't looking at the electric car thing. They gonna do the thing, man. Y'all need to stop screaming about it. They already got this. Look, over here, that's already getting to be normal in a place where they ain't really had a lot of cars until the last 5 years. So electric cars over here is like nothing. They just go buy them. It's what it is. So anyway, Patterson Car Company, bam. High quality vehicles. They only made like 150 a year. You ain't never heard about them because you heard of Ford. You heard of GM and all. You heard of Henry Ford. Well, he didn't even create that assembly line tech necessarily. They just take it and use what they use. So what's been put in the air? Them ideas. They so clever how they disguise what they want you to see as being normal they disguise it in such a way where you can't even get away from what you think is the truth long enough to rationalize and use your own critical thinking skills, which if you didn't know you had them, they down in there somewhere. You got to rattle your head around. If you hear two peanuts around up in there, you got to rattle for a long time. They're gonna pop out your ears, right? You got some critical thinking skills. You just got to use it. But what they already put in the air, I've been telling you, the textbook, playbook kind of thing, they running football team plays on us everywhere. They running plays. And if you don't know the play, you're going to think they're going this way. When the front line step to the right, running back went around the left, went around the end over here. You didn't even see him. They doing double, triple, flea flicker, this, that, and they just threw a Hail Mary on you. All right, I think I'm back. I was right in the middle of a thing. I'll say it again in case it kind of bleeped out. They got us looking for the water boy, that high quality H2O, when they threw a Hail Mary at the other end of the field, and we over here with the water boy, thinking we good. So this the kind of plays they're doing is that's what they put in the air. See, if you want to know what's in the air right now, you just go back in time a little bit and do some due diligence with some basic researching, and you'll see that Social Security numbers ain't been around but since 1917. 1917, my grandmother, who lived to 102, she told me specifically, she was born into 1917. She said, well, when I got my Social Security number, they let us write it down on a piece of paper. I said, Grandma, what you talking about? I thought she was tripping, smoking some old Indian. We the real Indian, smoking some peyote or something, right? I thought, Grandma, what you smoking? You made your own Social Security number. You see the program? If somebody told you that, you wouldn't believe it because you got a card. You didn't make nothing. You didn't create the numbers. They sent it to you, right? So you ain't gonna believe that story. That's what they throw in the air. That's how they intertwine the reality of groups of people to carry out behaviors a certain way. So they always ahead of. They know your next move. They know that why your blood pressure high when you brown more than any other group of people. They already know that yours runs higher anyway. So it's not totally abnormal that your blood pressure is, because they put it in the air. I'm going to show you what they put in the air with your blood pressure stuff. This is documented, ain't major. Anything I say is for educational purposes or entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say is like 100% in stone. Half the time I don't believe it anyway. Half the stuff I say. But anyway, your blood pressure, check it. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. In the place to be. All right, full force, get busy one time. If you old school, you know what I just said. Full force, getting busy one time. All right, let's go. So, blood pressure. If you're a certain ethnicity, your blood pressure runs higher than everybody else's. If you're another certain ethnicity, it runs lower than everybody else. Like Asian people's blood pressure is a little lower than what they call the premium blood pressure. Now, if you didn't know, that 120/70, that perfect, so-called perfect blood pressure range, right? They created that number. They used that number from studying the blood pressure of 20-year-old Caucasian males only. No females were involved in the studies that they generated this 120/70 figure from, and they were heavy into athletics. Now, once you turn 30 and you ain't athleticizing no more, and you sitting on the sofa eating that bag of chips with your gut hanging out over your belt buckle, can't even see what kind of belt you got on, right? If you're doing that, of course, 10 years later, your blood pressure gonna change anyway. You ain't gonna be 120/70, no way. But they permeated the whole medical industrial complex with that perfect number. But most people don't even know that was generated from a Caucasian person, heavily athletic male, 20 years old. That's where they get that number from. So now your blood pressure go up to 130 over something. You like, oh snap, 135 over 74. Oh, woo woo woo. I got to do something. I got to get this medicine. I go to the doctor. Got to fix this. Got to get them little pills, right? Why is no one telling you that that could be normal for your age or for your ethnicity? You know, blood pressure medicine, they got amlodipine, they got hydrocortisone, hydrothiazide or something. Okay, they got 3 different ones for brown people. So I'm gonna show you what they put in the air. This is all to show you what's put in the air, and then now we kind of uncovering what's been put in the air, so you get the concept of everything, how they work. You can see the playbook. So you got for melanated people, you got 3 different blood pressure pills they issue. Asiatic people got one, Caucasian people have another. I don't know if y'all knew that, but blood pressure medicine in the States ain't the same to each group of person. If you melanated and you take the Asiatic blood pressure pill, you probably gonna tap yourself out because their blood pressure run lower than ours. So their dose, if they're high, it's a different combination of toxins, I was about to say. Whatever they put in there, I don't know. But whatever it is, there's different levels, milligrams of this and that. So if you take somebody else's blood pressure medicine and they're not the same racial composition as you, from the same DNA or whatever, you're going to mess yourself up. So just so you know that what they put in the air was that everybody is basing having high blood pressure off of the standard. But the standard is biased because they only use one kind of person at a certain age, in a certain condition to get the numbers from. So you stressing out, you running around. Look, every time you get your blood pressure checked, like, oh snap, I don't know if I want to see this number. You raising your blood pressure higher just from stressing out trying to get your blood pressure checked to see if it's high, right? And we get all bent out of shape, we get all twisted. Now, yeah, if your head is hurting and you about to pass out and all that kind of stuff, your stuff up there. Like, I've talked to some people, they had 212 over 100 something. I'm like, so what would? But they still alive. Somehow they still here. They didn't stroke out, they didn't have a heart attack. How is that possible? I'm not saying you want it to be in excess of those numbers. There's got to be some controllable range of things. But for every group of people, it's not the same range. Like 140 over 76 might be kind of normal. Your body might already be accustomed to that pressure. Just so you know, if you've been to the eye doctor, they got a thing check your eye blood, your eye pressure. So they got all kind of gadgets. Now, they don't never check your eye pressure and go, oh no, that study was found to be, we took that from people who lived in Alaska. No, that's just ice. But blood pressure now, that's a whole different topic. So the thing that I'm trying to break out with this particular point I'm making is, I'll just use blood pressure to make the point, because we've been told that 120 over 70 is the perfect number. You're supposed to be somewhere in there, under 130, preferably close to that one. If you 50 years old, you ain't gonna never probably get there no way if you ain't been taking care of yourself. Your body done got used to whatever level it's at. Your veins, your arteries, everything done got used to that. Now, if you drastically change that and just drop it, you're gonna tap yourself out. If it go any higher than that rapidly, you're gonna tap yourself out. So you do want the balance. But the whole point is, the stuff they put in the air, just in regards to our health, you gotta do your due diligence because it might not be accurate for you. This stuff ain't one size fit all. And just my experience with my body as far as health is concerned, as you get older, young folk listening, it your something you did last week come to get you the next week. It ain't instantaneous. Sometimes take 2 or 3 days for something to show up on you, then you feeling it. So you just gotta know your limits and you gotta go know yourself. Like I had a nurse tell me, because I had a car accident 3 years ago, somebody rear-ended me. Didn't do too much damage to the car, but my neck snapped back. So when they checked me at the ambulance, dude checked me. My stuff was like 190 over, almost 190 over 100. Something crazy, right? So then the ambulance driver, in his ignorance and his stereotypical programming, he said, well, your normal range is probably around 140 over 79 or 80. That would be normal for you. What he was saying is, black people, your blood pressure normally that much. That's what we see. Okay. So we already think we got high blood pressure, but it might be normal for us. And then we're trying to be on the standard of what the doctor says, who ain't never one of us. He's going off of the standard that was put in the air to him, and then he's going to transfer it and apply it to you. If you Hispanic, your blood pressure ain't the same as everybody. Chinese, Caucasian, everybody's stuff is a little different. So they put something in the air to us. We suck it up, consume it, slurpee it. We fricassee it, fry it. We boil it. We do all kind of stuff with it. Put batter on it and everything. Then we eat it up, regurgitate it and eat it again. We just keep rolling with the same behavior based off of what they put in the air to us in every subject category there is while being a human. So just imagine how many areas they done put something in the air to us, and then we took it in. We didn't have no mask on, so we just breathed it all in through our brain. We thunk it all in there. Yep, thunk. Thunk. Put that one down in majors. Vocabulary Encyclopedia 101, whatever you want to call it. We thunk it in. Okay, we thunk what they put in the air in based on propaganda programming. And now we stuck the chunk. Because more dangerous than the physical what someone puts in the air, the unseen things they put in the air that make us do what we do from our thoughts are more dangerous. The physical side of things, when they start doing physical stuff, y'all, this is in the textbook, and I'm not quoting it verbatim. I ain't seen they book. I'm just rambling, and this is my opinion. They got a historical books that have been passed down. They got, this is how we run the world. This is how we get people to do this. And this is how we create stuff we want to create on our I lost my thought with on our movie screen, so to speak. This is how we create the kind of movies we want to see the world partake in. So we go into our book and we put it in the air on them. So no, you got to guard against what's been put in the air and is on you right now, and then also what they continually putting in the air. And placebo experiment, you mean the placebo effect? I'll get back on that in a second. Cosmic comment, the placebo effect. So you got to guard against what's already in your thoughts about what they put in the air. For example, like I was talking about the Social Security number. You just got your card. It was made for you. They sent it to you. You keep up with it. Everywhere you go, you quote it if you got to use it, right? Just know that 1917 or a little bit before that, a little bit after that, based on what my grandmama said, I had to trust that she knew what she was saying because that was her. That was the time she lived in. She wrote down her own Social Security number. And when they started making the cards, see, they didn't come up with that system. They do things in stages, y'all. They don't just invent the way we do everything. Okay, if you really gotta wake up if you still thinking that, like, if you don't, well, excuse me, if you don't think that stuff has or just started happening or been happening, if you ain't never thought that could they had done this whole way we do life today, can this have been done before, or are we the only ones with our selfish thoughts thinking, oh, this is my life, this is, we got the cell phones, we got cars, we got technology, we got Netflix and YouTube and all that. We ahead of some things, we smart. It's like 360 opposite. We dumber because it's only like one key maker holding all the keys right now. We just get to kind of use them from time to time. So, because we ain't got our own thoughts about us. So, right now in America, you can go to any hardware store and get a three quarter, a 1.5 hex bolt with a washer, and I can find that throughout all America if I just say the numbers or the sizes that I'm looking for. Anybody can give me that. All throughout America, I can go and get the same kind of light bulb on the East Coast. I can go get the same one on the West. All throughout America, I can go find anything that I want in my area in any other area. When we're talking about parts, when we're talking about certain liquids, so on and so forth. So how and who and how came up with the system, the metric system, and all this stuff? Who came up with all of this stuff and uniformly placed it all over a region while they were putting the infrastructure in, and while they were designing what the houses were for, while they were designing what the street, how the electrical systems throughout all buildings, codes, code enforcement kind of stuff? Who put all of that stuff together? You telling me this only been done in the last 100 years? Really? Because you's a bad mamma jamma. If most people go to work every day to just do work, then that leaves a selected group of folk who just design everything. But how they gonna design it en route? How do you know you don't just develop city after city after city for the last 100 years, overlaying the old town, making it into a city to see what you see today, with just hoping for the best, like we're gonna build this skyscraper and just wing it. You know, that beam, I think it'll work right there. Yeah, for the bottom floor, it kind of looks sturdy enough to just put that one over there. Yeah, tack it up with some welds, and we'll get back to that later. You think they just randomly do this stuff to get everything the way it look now? No, they done already threw it in the air. But what's interesting is they done threw in the air to us the opposite. They throw in the air to us the opposites of things. So you can't never catch up. I didn't say get some french fries, put some ketchup on it. That's so you can never catch up. This is the way you have to start thinking. You got to critically think. Like I said in another live, like, where all the big trees go in America? Where's all the gigantic 500-year-old trees? I can go in Vietnam in a whole bunch of spots right now outside of this here city and show to you. I put some up on the community page, me standing by a tree, hold my hand on it. And I said, oh, this is what a 350-year-old tree looked like. You can't hardly do that in America. So then you got to say, where are all the big trees? People, they cut them down and sold them. Who had time to do all that in the last 100 years? Where are all these people? Who gave them the instructions? How'd you clear all these highways? How'd you put all these stoplights and stop signs? Why the stop sign in Memphis look like the stop sign in Tallahassee? How they the same design, color, shape? Come on, man. But they put it in the air to us like this is just a new thing. Like We came a long way in the last 100 years because we're really smart. Uh, I don't think so, because them pyramids took a hell of a lot longer to put up than they put up America. Them pyramids was being built while pharaohs was young kids, 16 years old, and then they got finished right around the time they died, stuff like that. So, and just for information purposes only, the pyramids, just so you know, the pyramid itself is not a burial tomb for a pharaoh. I don't know if some of y'all knew that or not. Some of y'all do, but those weren't burial tombs. The king's tomb and all his family, all this priest stuff, somewhere else, Valley of the King somewhere. Okay, the pyramid, even they put it in the air to you what the pyramid is. Them Egyptian, them evil Egyptian people, they were called Cometians. They were Kemetic, Kemetic sciences, Kemetic. That's where you get geometry, geology, all the G's, all the mathematical computations, pi, 3.14, all that stuff, that come from Kemet. All the stuff that makes up the fabric of things, information wise and technology, Kemet. You say Egypt, oh, that's the Middle East. Nope, you're wrong. That is Africa. Okay, them some other peoples. If you're brown, copper colored, you ain't necessarily from Africa. So stop calling yourself African American. You're not even African. But anyway, whole nother conversation. So I'm gonna get back to the placebo effect, because I said I was going Cosmic said something about Cosmic comment about placebo. So the placebo effect, this is another thing they put in the air to you. You got to get the medicine. If you don't, you're gonna die. Now, that's kind of true sometimes. You know, America got the best quality emergency care in the world. They can save. Look, you could lose 10 toes and 2 fingers, and they'll go find you somewhere and put them back on there. And your stuff will be working pretty good. Battle surgery, being in so many wars, has trained that region and its medical personnel how to save lives. Okay, so that's why they do it so good. Warfare creates the opportunity for more learning, and it's necessary to keep your troops on the battlefield fighting for you. Yeah, the troops are fighting for something. There's another in the air moment. And whoever's in the military listening to this and stuff, yo, much respect to you, because you doing what you do. Okay, you doing what you think you're supposed to be doing. The only issue, they done put it in the air to us. You fight for your country, fighting for this, fighting for that. But then your country don't fight for you. Your country don't really stand up for you on your behalf. They standing up on their behalf, and whoever's behind them and they behalf, and whoever's behind them and they behalf, so on and so forth. All them levels, like a pyramid. We at the bottom in a book, and then all them levels are applied on top of you for pressure sake, keep you pushed down, shaking together, not running over anywhere. So just to keep you pushed down and shaking together, utterly confused. So there again, they done put a lot of stuff in the air. I'm gonna get back to the placebo effect for those of you who had never heard of it. But placebo effect, that's where they did studies. Okay, you can look it up. They did studies. People had like terminal cancers and stuff. Come into the physician, get to the laboratory. They said, we're gonna test 100 people. All right, this 50 gonna get this 50 gonna get that. We're gonna run these tests. So tell this 150, 50 people, yeah, ain't much we can do for you. You know, want to make yourself comfortable. You got some drugs to take the pain away, and tell your loved ones this, that, and the other. Them people fell off and was gone really quick. So trust me, if you ever get sick and you think you're about to get out of here, don't have no negative people around you, because they will send you straight to where you thought you was headed a lot quicker than you were supposed to get there. Get them out the room. So they told the other 50, yo, we got this breakthrough drug. We found out from testing that if you just take this for 1 week, it will remove all the cancer in your body. right? This is hypothetical. I'm not saying you go look up the information yourself. It's not actual. I'm not actually speaking someone's quote or anything. I'm not quoting. I'm just coming off the cuff. Go look it up, though. Placebo effect. This 50, they say we got this wonder drug. Save your life. You get rid of the cancer, you good. You straight. They say, doctor say you straight. You gonna be straight. So they like, whoa. Oh snap. The doctor said I ain't gonna have cancer no more if I just take this. Give me that. Let me get that. All the whilst the doctor knew, the nurses knew, and the people behind them doing the experiment knew they was giving them sugar pills. It's giving them pills filled with nothing, water and glycerin and stuff up in there, a little sugar, right? People took them pills religiously for that week or two. Guess what? Come back to the doctor after a couple of weeks. This is hypothetical, maybe it was longer, but come back to the doctor after a couple of weeks. Check, for real, cancer gone. You're in remission. Wow, that drug really works. People didn't never know. Sugar pills, right? That's the placebo effect. You healed yourself because you believe so heavily. When you at the point where somebody you believe is a professional got the white jacket on, which that's a trick in itself, you got the white jacket on. The white jacket on. Why they got white on? Why do people when your body die wear black? They take care of you wear all black. Then to go make you healthy, they wear all white. But anyway, that's another story. Sideline, you know what I'm saying? Just make you think. All right, so Cat tell you in remission now. That's because you believe that the drug worked from the person that you believe was telling you the truth, because you believe that they are a doctor, when in fact could have just been a researcher. You know what I'm saying? Telling you that for all that matters. But in your mind, they threw it in the air to you. See, it could be thrown in the air to you good. It could be thrown in the air to you bad. Right now, they doing more bad than good. But then you throwing stuff in the air to yourself too, because of the stuff you already grabbed out of the air that you believe is true. So anyway, person healed, 50 people healed, 50 people knocked off. All because what they believed up here was about to happen, or what was possible to happen. So, depending on what you get plucked out of the air, because now they got a menu, you can pick any kind of design you want now. You can be this way, and if you male, you can turn into this kind of person now. Pretty soon they're going to have a license for it, and they got all these options now. You can just jump right into and roll on down the street. So, they putting it in the air, and then we ain't got no protection on up here to filter it. We just going right along with it, hook, line, and sinker. Yo, I keep telling y'all. Now, look, don't get me wrong. Bad stuff can happen, because it always do. Especially when you consider it more often in your thoughts that bad stuff is happening. And it's just inevitable that it eventually gonna show up on your doorstep. Knock on the door, because you know your doorbell don't work no more. Used to, it don't ding ding no more. Knock on your door and be like, I'm here, open the door, and you're like, oh hey, ain't seen you in a minute, come on in. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we program. And when I say throw it in the air, what I'm interchanging that with the programming. They done threw all that in the air. You ain't got no filter on your thoughts. We believe the white jacket syndrome is telling us the truth, or the people that wear the red tie, or the people that wear the blue tie. We believe they telling us the truth. We done took the Kool-Aid. Now, some of us, just a matter of time before the Kool-Aid, what was in the Kool-Aid, take effect. Now, think about that. Throw it in the air. Why did Jim Jones use Kool-Aid? Because everybody liked Kool-Aid. The illusion that it was Kool-Aid to get you to drink it. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Everybody liked Kool-Aid with a bag of sugar in each glass back in the day. And more sugar in the Kool-Aid than in the package of sugar. Okay? More sugar in that cup. White granularized sugar. See? White, tasty, sweet. Pepper, black. Ah. Okay. Anyway, pepper's really good for you. Sugar's not. So anyway, go figure that one out. We all jacked it up. We all are sipping on the Kool-Aid. We ain't drunk the whole glass yet, but we sipping and we doing these. Hold on, Major gonna sip. I ain't got no Kool-Aid in here, but I got some jasmine tea up in here. Sipping on the Kool-Aid, man. And we've been sipping on it so long. Even if they try to change the Kool-Aid color, you be like, no, bro. Kool-Aid red. man, and them Kool-Aid red. No, ain't no purple, ain't no blue, because he grew up with red. Man, it only red Kool-Aid, bruh. Can't even get unstuck from the Kool-Aid color. That's how deep this sucking this stuff out of the air is. Now I know I can elaborate about what's really in the air, what they spraying, but that's the least important of anyone's concern should be that, that physical part. They only showing you the physical because they snatching your spiritual. It done been snatched to it. So this is the part they don't want you to get back to. They don't want you to get back to your oneness with you. That's why everything is divisionary. It's textbook, playbook kind of stuff going on here. And if you don't start following, thinking that it's all planned, reactionary tactics going on here, you always gonna be chasing the rabbit's foot. Remember Tom Cruise in the movie Mission Impossible 1, 2, and 3? Where's the rabbit's foot, Ethan? I gave it to you. Ethan, where's the rabbit's foot? I promise. You know what I'm saying? The rabbit's foot. You chasing the rabbit's foot, man. They got you chasing. Remember back in the day, we used to wear the little bunny foot on the thing. It's the good luck charm. Little bunny foot you put on the little chain, put on. Yeah, used to have those. That was normal. Programming, man. They've been at it. Don't think that things are just out of control. That's the play that to make you think it is out of control. Because out of chaos, they want to bring controls. But first, they gotta create the chaos. Don't ever let a disaster go to waste. Don't ever let a disaster go to waste is their motto. So you gotta be your own narrator. You gotta be your own storyteller. I keep telling y'all same thing. I'm keep punching it in, cramming it in, doing whatever I gotta do to get it up in there. You gotta be your own active. You're supposed to be like a mercenary, taking out thoughts you don't want. You're supposed to be sniping them thoughts, like hiding out and cut. Oh, here come no, Kevin Hart. no, not that thought. No, sniping them, right? You're supposed to be relentlessly taking control of your mindset, like putting yourself mentally in the place you want. Because when you're doing the mental, putting yourself in the place you want to be, you're working in the spiritual. Your spiritual don't come from going to a place to sit down and do a service and then open a book and say a couple of things and put some money in the plate and then roll out, get some fried chicken and spaghetti dinner downstairs after. No, that's sideline. That's just entertainment. Your spiritual is the connection that you're supposed to first have with yourself. Like, how we gonna ever open up what's available to us in this dimension or other dimensions or whatever, if we ain't even able to open up our mind and focus long enough? 5 minutes, meditate for 5 minutes and don't let nothing disturb you. You can't even do that. Got the phone on, got the TV on, got the radio on, car running outside, washer and dryer running, dishwasher running, microwave running. How you gonna sit down? Everything in the house plugged in to electricity. Now y'all know them same wires that how's your electrical currents, right, in the walls? I don't know if y'all was thinking about this, why they wanted you to stay in the house on lockdown, right? Why they want you to stay in the house so much, right? That same electrical wires are the same kind of wires that can receive Wi-Fi signals. So you in there and you got signals being beamed out that once before wasn't being received through your wires, now it is. So why was people at home getting worse off? You gotta critically think, like, what's going on? Like, what's the point here? Why would this, why would she, why would he be doing this? And you got to really start going inward. You want to travel inward space, and you want to in inner space. They got us thinking about Mars and outer space. Hell, you ain't even conquered inner space yet. How you gonna get out of it? How you gonna go up somewhere and you don't even know what down or in the middle is? You master your level you at first, right? If you serious about this thing, you master yourself. If you can't even master yourself, all bets are off for everything else. People like Michael Jordan or the reason why they got where they got was because in their mind they was able to master themselves on that, in that category or on that level they was on. You couldn't stop him from shooting shots. He don't care if it's dinner time. He didn't care if, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got to shoot these shots. Steph Curry and them shooting threes all day. Y'all, Tiger Woods hit 200, 300 balls a day every morning for breakfast. Ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello out there? Oh. Y'all know who that is on YouTube. If you do, you can say something down there. But that's what they mastered. That's why they up there in those categories. They were able to master their emotions. They were able to put that stuff back on the back burner. I'm gonna focus on this little white ball hitting it with this black club. The only place we can do that is on the golf course. Of course. That's a funny. Don't take nothing I say. It's just a funny. Like, as a brown man, that's the only place I can hit a white ball as hard and as far as I want to with that black club. And something else. Everywhere else I can't do that, but golf course I can tear it up if I ever go play golf. Any of y'all look like me ever go play golf? Why not? It's very fun. It's very relaxing, very, very methodical. You got to think, critically think. So, there again, what's been put in the air to you? Oh, only Caucasian people mainly go golfing. What that got to do? Like, what's love got to do? What that got to do with it? You pay your money and go. Go try it. Go to the driving range. Hit some balls. Figure it out. Watch some videos. Master something. Try to. It's all about experience on this level. It's all about your journey. It's all about why you just keep sitting in the same house, on the same block, same car, with the same clock. Y'all didn't know I can rap. With the same carpet, with the same kitchen. Ain't nothing even in the refrigerator that's different. You know what I'm saying? I just made that up. Look, that's been thrown in the air to you. It been thrown in the air. You grabbed it. You didn't have a filter on, and now it's like this. So yeah. Oh, it's getting bad out here. The streets is bad. Y'all ain't even seen bad. Stop all that nonsense. I mean, come on, man. Everything is nonsense now coming out of America. Like, everything will be bad because everybody done sip the Kool-Aid and continually sipping it. Add more white sugar in there. Dang, they're good, boy. Killing yourself slowly with what they threw in the air. So that's what's going on, man. So I want us, whoever's watching, to snap out of that. Go on about your never mind. Go on about your never mind. Get something else did. You're wasting too much. So you go work to get money. But what you fail to realize is that you exchanged your life essence to get the money. So you actually die every day. Your body is degrading every moment. If it's not regenerating, it's degrading. The older you get, you come here wearing some damn diapers, you probably gonna leave here wearing a diaper. That's how it works. You came here with no teeth, you're probably gonna leave here with no teeth if you live that long, right? Man, kind of jacked it up, but that's the way it works. So the question is, what did they throw in the air? Did you grab? What did you get from the air? Okay? Figure that out. Re-engineer some stuff. Unwind some stuff. You know, like I said before, when you went to school, they taught you. They taught me stuff that was in the air. They threw to us. And I've analyzed the word taught. It also means when you take a rope and you stretch it out as tight as you can, the rope becomes taut. Almost to the point of breaking, right? It can snap now. But the more elastic you are and the more loose you are instead of rigid, the more you're able to absorb and use before you tap yourself out. So being taught in school is almost like a recipe for being taught later in life. Stretched out, pushed too far, ain't got nowhere else to go because your mind works like a battery. Batteries have memory capabilities. If you keep charging, if your battery's high, eventually it won't know how to recharge when the level gets low because it builds up a memory. Okay, so your brain works the same way, kind of. It got a memory. No pun intended. You got memory. But what I mean is you got a backup memory system up in there. And if you stretch it out too far, it remembers that. And then it creates around what it remembers. So if your memory banks in your mind are already stretched out so far, like this is it, this is happening, run for the hills, jump in a hole somewhere, go bury your head in the sand. Other, cultures might say, get your head out of the sand, young man, and get your head on straight. Other people say, man, you better get back in that, jump back on that horse and start riding. Some other cultures might say, man, you better put that seat back in that Cadillac and go on down the street, man. So everybody got their twist, everybody got their thing. But you really got to get to the heart of the matter. Know that they threw something in the air multiple times throughout multiple categories, what you call life experiences. They done threw it in the air a certain way. Because things done a certain way will yield a certain result. So just like they taught you 1 + 1 = 2, now you stuck. You can't even come up with your own analogy of how the universe works. You can't even say 1 + 8 = 28 because the memory build-up won't let you do that. How taught you been won't let you create nothing else. That's the whole reason why when they conquer something, they come in and start systematically changing over the systems right under you, like pulling the rug out from you real slow. So you don't even know the floor moving, kind of movement, right? That's how they get down, man. They don't just yank the rug out. Then they got to come clean up all the stuff that fall out the rug. They ain't trying to clean up all that dirt up in that rug. They just pull it out slowly. All right, y'all. I guess I said shooting out too much electricity and the signal went out for a long time. And I lost a few viewers. See how that worked? That's how the attention span of most people is. You get a little interruption and everybody, gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, one little piece of dust come out in the wrong location, instead of just wipe the dust off, you go and look for a vacuum. Make everything so difficult. Yeah. Everything. Anyway, I was rolling. I'm sure y'all got some decent. Yeah, they be acting up. That's for sure. But yeah, man, it's really one of those games we playing. And if you didn't know you was on the field, you thought you were sitting on the bench. That's another. Put it in the air. They got you thinking you're a bench warmer. You ain't even a prime time player. And all the varsity get to play, and you just sitting on the bench all the time. So half the population just bench warmers mentality. The other half out doing some things, but doing things the wrong way. A couple of people doing stuff the right way, but don't nobody know they doing it, so you can't even vibe off of it. And then everybody else is like, in 72 hours, it all begins. What's another headline? Now I just laugh at it. Because life is so fragile anyway. It's already what it is. If you live to be old enough, you're going to get to that place and be like, I did all this to do this. Look. My knee hurt. My hip out. Shoulder broke. I got one tooth left in my head. Hair full of gray on my face. No hair left on my head. I got a wins every night. Got a cane. I got one leg real, one leg fake. It's why do I want to get to that level? You better be living your best life now. If you at that level, I ain't saying nothing. A lot of knowledge and wisdom. Oh man, funny. Like when I do these lives here, don't know. If you live old enough and you older, before you get out of here, give people knowledge. It happened, man. Old, ancient ones, our grandparents and them, at some point stop putting the information forward. Like, to be honest, I love my grandparents, but they didn't have nothing to do with me. You know, I thought that was normal. Just they there. I call them my grandparents, and I respect. Because I was always trained, respect your elders. Even when I didn't know what it meant. Okay, I'd be like 1 year old. Okay, I respect my elders. But I was never told that much of anything else. Which may be kind of good, because then I was able to fill in my own gaps, I guess, as I saw needed. Or filled in what I found the information and put it in there myself. But not passing on critical information to your children's children or your children or whatever, at some point they get to where they hard-headed and don't listen. But you just catch it later. The stuff I hear my dad saying right now, 30 years later. So, and the stuff that I still apply that he done said to me 30-something years later, I'm like, yeah, that real talk, that still work. So, you just gotta know what they throwing in the air is toxic. What they got people regurgitating is toxic, and what's showing up the street can be toxicity. You got to be the alkaline though. You got to be the one that's like, not on my watch. Life is short anyway, like short, SHOWT is short. Too short. Anyway, if you're old enough, you know what I just said. If you're not, you're not going to catch it. It's okay. I remember how it all began. Okay, never mind. Let me stop. So anyway, you got to be the alkaline of the formula. Don't be the toxic. Don't be the acidic. Acid eats things up, devours stuff. Alkaline preserves things. It makes it better. It makes it crisp. So, if you go in the Bible, it's talking about be the salt. I think, me personally, I want to be the pepper. It's not a color thing. It's just pepper is kind of good for the body. So I mean, you actually use both. It should have been. It should have been in the book. Be the salt and the pepper. Dun 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 dun. Salt and pepper's here. Oh, look, I'm going into my way back Wednesday stuff. Back in the day, salt and pepper. I can't even say some words and not remember some from back in the day. Uh, that's pretty crazy. But the you got to be that alkaline component because everything else is creating more toxicity. Y'all know what happened when the body get too toxic? It die. It just kill off, right? Well, that's in the playbook too. Some people. I'm gonna say this again. It's just my analogy only. Cell phone. You know, we don't use the term cell phone, but that's what they used to say, cell phone. So you got to break the words down. In English, you can do anything with these words. They could be telling you something, and then they threw it in the air. Oh, this is called a cell phone. And you don't even ask no questions. You just go, dang, I want one. Does that come in purple? You know what I'm saying? How much is it? I'll take two. So, you mean I can talk to somebody while I'm in the car? And I don't have a cord attached to my kitchen wall? This is great. So back in the day when cell phones first came out, the bag phone, that Motorola 750, the brick phone, all that stuff, yo, I had them. So I know about this. I know about alphanumeric pagers and pagers. I had the big pager, looked like a garage door opener, and then I had the little Motorola little pager. Made me look all extra VIP-ish with my street dealings. Okay, so when you tune in on the correct frequency, you just got to be in a place where you're able to put it on the ground, put feet to it. And I kind of lost my thoughts, so I'm kind of covering up with some other stuff. I'm kind of kept part of some stuff right now because I kind of lost my, what I was actually about to say, the point I was about to make. But truly, we gotta be that alkalinity, y'all, for real. Because life is too short, like I said, anyway. You only got them good years to mess with anyway. And if you get to a ripe old age, you know what ripe means? You like squeeze something and pop. I don't know. I kind of want to be, buff, hard. Give me that fresh apple feel. I don't want to be ripe, the ripe old age of 80. I mean, if I get there, my dad's at, 83. But, yeah, hey, man, if you're here, you got to keep on kicking, keep on swinging. But you better get them years in that you got, that you can use heavily while you got them. Because everything is on the down. Be the alkaline in the ingredients. Don't be the toxic. And definitely stay away from the toxics. You end up in the hospital and your wife is toxic. I ain't even tell you which room I'm in because I'm trying to get healthy. You got some and if you certain ethnicity, you got Aunt May and Aunt Julia, or you got Auntie and them coming to your hospital room and they negative. They on all that politrick stuff. You can't come in. Nah, wait till I get better, get my strength up. That's how it hurts. If you the alkaline in a situation, things grow and get better and greener, right? If you toxicity, they start dying, withered up, burnt up, all kind of stuff happens. So if I can say anything positive on this day, is just know what they already put in the air. Know in yourself what you already grabbed that they put in the air and took in without the filter. And then put the work in to go remove them toxins from your life. Why not? Well, I mean, you just good with fried chicken every Friday from Popeyes and McDonald's on Saturday and Coca-Colas and Pepsis, and you good with all that. You just love them garlics and them leeks, and for the life of you can't figure out why you keep eating them, but you just love it. Either do what you do or change. There's only two options, baby. It's like you're at the dead end street and you need to turn right or you can turn left. You can't go up. Your car don't fly. So which one you gonna do? You gonna sit there in the middle of the street forever till you run out of gas? or you gonna make a move. You gonna go alkaline, or you gonna go, toxic. We already been trained to be the most vile, toxic people on the face of the earth. You already been doing that. Even when you think you cool and a nice person, you toxic too. Because we didn't grab so much in the air. That's why. Me too. And just y'all. It's me too. So anyway, I'm gonna try to read a couple of things. You miss your pager. Yo, I had that alphanumeric pager. I was up on tech back then when life was easy. They would call my dispatcher. When I had my tow business, they would call my dispatcher, talk to her. She type out the information. It come across on my pager. I read it, go to the call. I ain't even talk to people no more. I'm on top of things. Running the town, making that money. So I remember one time in high school, everybody had a pager. Sophomore year or something, I wanted a pager. I wasn't even doing that much like they was to even have a pager, but you just want, just like you want them Jordans and you want them Yeezys and all of that stuff. Now we wanted a pager with my Jordache wearing self, Jordache jean wearing self. So I remember getting my dad's garage door opening. Big old garage, put it on, got my pager. Nobody kind of covered the shirt up with it. You be fronting with no back. Sometimes we kids, we do crazy things to fit in on somebody else's narrative, trying to do what they did. So that's how it looked when it show up. Stupid. Stupid is what stupid does. But look, y'all. Told you it's noisy around here. I'm about to, that's what it was. I'm glad, what was it, one son, whose son? Okay, said something about pH. All right, check it out. Let me throw this in the mix real quick and then I'm gonna go. Cell phone. Break the word down. I never did it, so I'm gonna do it now. Cell phone. Cell. Your cells in your body. This is my analogy. Don't say, oh, I saw this in a book and I read it. No, this is just me critically thinking. Cell. And then phone. So cell. The cells in your body. Phone. pH1 spells phone. pH1. Do they want our cells to get to pH1 by using these devices? Because if your cells get to a pH1 total toxicity, you're done, son. You're done. Now, some said cell phone 9.0. That's a different intention. They say cell pH 1. Just think about it for a minute. I know a lot of people are major. That's a stretch, man. Come on. Well, so it's a stretch how FM AM radio works, but it worked. How that sound come through a little box you got over here and the dude way over there with a microphone and you can hear him in real time coming through the air. That's a stretch too. It's a whole bunch of how it worked kind of stuff, just like them pyramids. Them pyramids wasn't no burial tombs, man. Them pyramids was transmission, Wi-Fi technology transmission devices. So you don't see them people no more. Maybe they beamed up, Scotty. I don't know. I mean, that's not a fact that I can find, but I do know that Nikola Tesla recreated in Pennsylvania at his laboratory back, almost 100 years ago. Could have been longer than that. Look up his history. He created a tower that had, I forget what kind of material it was, but metallic-like rods going down in the ground. He dug wells down to the underground aquifers. Aquifers are underground rivers. Water flows underground. What you seeing on top is extra. All the water under the ground. So the rods being almost the same concept of a nuclear reactor, having the rods going into the chemical. I'm a little rusty, but the same idea, concept. As the water passes by those rods, it created a form of electricity. Well, they say Tesla, which is not true, is the father of Wi-Fi technology. over 100 years ago, 120 years ago. He got that from Egyptians, which are their original name is Kemetics, however you pronounce it, but Kemetic people over there in the place the Greeks called Egypt later after they conquered. Those pyramids had the same that when they done research on pyramids, they had on National Geographic one time because I watched it. So they had all these perfectly cut little channels going through the pyramids at whatever they used to cut those with was so precise. The measurements all the way up was exactly the same width, the same circumference, whatever it was. And then those little channels would go up, turn at an angle, and then go up again. So whatever they used to cut through rock, limestone, that intricately, that in itself is amazing. So whoever placed all them big old blocks up there, them Legos, and created them structures, you just don't realize how big them things are. They can't even recreate that design to this day. So that's pretty amazing. But those little channels in the pyramids, the rods are gone, and the capstone at the top of the pyramid used to be solid gold, because gold is a conductor of electricity. So all the looters came and took all that stuff. But them rods going up through there that was down in the underground aquifers was being used to create some type of Wi-Fi energy, whatever they was creating. And it's kind of talked about that all the pyramids around the world were able to communicate together because they was all on the same technology, all on the same ley lines and grid lines in the earth too, like strategically placed there, not just we just built a pyramid because we was bored one day and we just thought we'd take these rocks that didn't exist in our region and make these structures with. They had to ship all that stuff in, man. So pretty amazing. And the whole point is you were trained or taught what they threw in the air, pyramids, the pharaohs, let my people go, slaves, Israelites, all that stuff. That's a backstory running around in most Americans' brains somewhere. Yeah, Egyptians are evil people, slave people. It's a kingdom, highly technically evolved, that has everything to do with what we do today, and we think that we ain't even figured out their stuff. They got that stuff hidden in the Smithsonian somewhere. But I'm telling you, man, we've been thrown these stories in the air. We grab which one is appealing to us, which one, purple, we like purple, so I grab the purple one. Which one, yellow, I grab that yellow. Red, I like Kool-Aid, so I grab that one. We eat it up and regurgitate it. That's why it's been done this way. Everything that's going on, that's why you creating it. You actually creating it and don't realize you're creating what's going on right now, because you think that you're not a bad person and that what you do is just try to work to pay your bills. And as long as you keep not writing your own narrative and keep following theirs, you one of the bad people too. Till you break away from the cycle, you one of them too. The very groups that you don't know about, that you complain about, that why the world has to be like this, that, you one of them too, because we participate. As long as you're a participant, you in with them, and then you expendable. So anytime you ain't here, nobody care. So you gotta realize what you into if you ever want to get out of it. But if you don't, keep doing the same thing you're doing. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I'm reading some stuff here. It's actually better to be jungle and primitive and spiritual, connected to the you want to say the Most High, Mother Earth, Ma'at, Mother Nectar, Ma'at Nectar, whatever you want to say. Some people want to say God. Okay, use it. Use whatever works for you. Just know God, they put on the money, and God we trust on the money too. So just kind of Analyze that a little bit. Don't just, oh, that's, you got to figure out why they did that. If you think for 1 minute they said, in God we trust, put on the money, put on the license plate, government vehicles, and then you regurgitating, God gonna do this for me, God gonna, no, it's a whole bunch of them. It's 3,800 active religions going on in the whole world right in it, or claiming something, or trying to get you sidetracked. That's just, get outside of America, then you'll see what I'm talking about. You gotta go vacate somewhere else, other environment. See, it'll wake you up a little bit. And you're like, oh, he was kind of right about that. Interesting. But if you start sipping the Kool-Aid again, you'll be right back where you start. Now, if where you at is where you want to be, hang tough. Do your thing. Don't change for nobody. That's a good thing too. Keep your own, whatever your convictions is, your own convictions are, do that. But if somebody generated the convictions that you believe are true for you, you need to analyze that. If that's what you want, then participate on. Do it 150%. But if it ain't what you want, know that you can stop pulling it out of the air, what they put in there. Write your own manual. Real, you can just do that. You can just write your own book on how you want to do life, and then start reading the terms you put in there you want to go by, and then that becomes what you do. That's your life. So anyway, that's enough, yo. I got a tinkle, I drunk a lot of tea. No Kool-Aid. I ain't drink no Kool-Aid. I ain't sipping the Kool-Aid though. And I'm gonna get off here. Been on here an hour 23 minutes. That's a long live. Short life, long lives on YouTube. Last forever on YouTube. Physically be gone, still live on YouTube. But find yourself, whoever that is. We so plastic, it's gonna take a minute. You got to cut up a lot of credit cards, so to speak, plasticky life, to get to your real self. But just know it's possible. And just know that's where your freedom is. It isn't given to you by a first, second, or third amendment. That go for Caucasian people, brown people, black people, orange people, yellow people, Chinese, Korean, all that stuff. Your freedom is issued by the currency of thought you have for yourself. That's all I got to say. So play this back. Hey, yo, after this video post, come drop some comments. Leave some stuff for viewers to check out. Let's get some dialogue going. Y'all know stuff too. Y'all know a whole bunch of stuff. It ain't just me. Put that up on here. Gridmaster Tactical in the house. What's up? So, yo, I appreciate all of y'all, and I appreciate y'all's energy. Y'all talking about pyramid, start a wrestling match, you know what I'm saying? But why everybody can't win? Why one team always gotta win and the other team gotta lose? Oh, they threw that in the air. The visionary tactics 101. Make it fun. Make it painless in the front until the end comes. Then they won't even care. They won't even know what hit them. Anyway, that's enough. I could just reference. But anyway, y'all, I know y'all getting it. Go on and watch that Sunday night foosball. Watch each team annihilate each other. There's always got to be a winner. Everyone can't be a winner. Everyone can't be a super. If everyone was super, then who would be super? That's a quote from The Incredibles. Go watch The Incredibles and then you'll get it. It's a pretty cool movie for kids, but it's a lot of grown-up big people stuff in there. You got to look between the lines. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Brenda Baldwin in the house. C. Marie, moderator. Cutting folks up, chopping them up, spitting them out. All of y'all, a lot of noise here. All of y'all have a great, y'all been staying up with me all night, man. Go on and get some sleeps. Get up early. Come out swinging. Come out swinging on them. Come out swinging on them, y'all. All right, this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace, y'all. Wish I could just leave this running. Y'all could just keep talking. But do that in the comments. Keep this thing going. Let it post. Drop them comments. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate y'all. Peace.